Welcome to Livingston, our podcast where we invite local businesses, people, and organizations to talk about what they are giving to our community.
As real estate professionals with the Putklea Group, we bring valuable insight into the local market and community every week.
Thanks for listening, and welcome to Livingston. Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast, where I invite local businesses on to see what they're doing in the community. My name is Don Putklea.
And I'm Angela Putklea, and we're with the Putklea Group Real Estate Professionals. And this podcast has been powered by Jim Piquette at Lake Michigan Credit Union, and we appreciate his support.
We do. And we are super excited about today's episode.
Yes, this is a really fun one. Today's guests come to us from Blossom and Bloom Box. Do you want to introduce them, Doug?
Yeah, Blossom and Bloom Box, Michelle and Lisa, thank you guys so much for coming today. We are just super excited to hear all about your business and more about these wonderful boxes.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited to share as well.
Yes. And it's neat because we do have firsthand experience here. We had a new client that we didn't even know and came into an appointment. We thought, they're coming back to Michigan. What a great way to just welcome them back by getting them a nice little package. So I reached out to you, and it was easy as can be, and they just loved it. It was wonderful and really allowed us to be thoughtful and welcome them back. And
it was fun to create, too.
It
I love curating different things like that.
Wonderful.
Yes. So
what is Blossom and Bloom Box?
Well, Blossom and Bloom Box, we're a curated gift box company. And how it started, we formed Coaching Kids for Success back in 2024. We did workshops for kids, just various types of workshops about positive mindset, resilience, that type of thing. And our curriculum, parents were so interested in our curriculum, they asked us to put it in a box so that if they were busy, they'd have something that they could, use and do. Well, then it actually blossomed, hence the name Blossom and Bloom Box. It blossomed into curated gifting. We had then people requesting us to do college care packages and sympathy boxes and just you name it, and we curate it. So, and basically that's how it became Blossom and Bloom Box. So it blossomed in from Coaching Kids for Success into the Blossom and Bloom Box.
Oh,
so
that's great to take that positivity and then let it just continue to branch out.
That's exactly.
That is so cool. And so many people they get this idea that they want to do care packages, right? But so often it's more than they can handle. Or they're like, we're going to get this together, we're going to do this, and next thing you know, the date's passed, and they had like 3 items out on the table that they wanted to do. So what a wonderful thing to be able to contact you guys and have a box curated for them.
That's very funny you say that about gifting, because I love making my boxes and I'm timely when I get them done. But me personally, if I'm going to give a gift, they could be 3 months long because I want to make sure it's that special gift. Yeah. So I'm very timely with my boxes, but that's very true when you say that.
Yes, Lisa spends a considerable amount of time, especially when someone wants or has a particular idea. She is relentless on finding that one item or 2 items that really makes that gift box special. I think that's what sets us apart is just we try to source locally as much as we can.
Excellent.
So that's super important to us. Quality, of course, is important. So we have wholesalers as well that we work with. But generally speaking, most of our boxes on the website, that's just a baseline. It gives people ideas of what's available. But as you know, you can reach out. And
it was amazing to have it custom created for me.
Yeah, exactly what you want. And so, Lisa and I, you reach out to us. There's no third-party conversation. It's if you text or email or try to personalize on the website, it's directly to us. And so we spend a lot of time and care making those special.
I think that really shows up. And you can even see from the pictures on your website, like you guys, when I spoke to you, Lisa, you were even talking about coordinating the color so that way it all looks just so too. I mean, that never even occurred to me.
Yeah, so color, size, sayings, themes.
And flavor, you said, and made sure that there was a balance between the sweet and the savory. And it never even occurred to me. All of these just things to make it the perfect box.
And using all the different various resources that too, like our vendors and that type of thing, to try to pull it all together as well. And it just makes it a lot of fun, and we make a great team. Michelle's very resourceful in finding different things, and then me, I'm very creative. So between the two of us, we make a great team.
Today's episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast is brought to you by our valued sponsor, Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union. He is a trusted mortgage lender who has lived and worked in our community for many years. Jim Paquette is dedicated to helping our neighbors achieve their homeownership dreams and is proud to support the local businesses that make our area special. Now let's dive back into the stories of the incredible entrepreneurs we are featuring today.
So as you guys are like out and about, do you come across something and go, oh, that would be perfect. Let's pick up some of those and then have that sitting and waiting. And
some of those days I'm out and about. It could be anywhere, actually,
Yes.
even down out of state, wherever. Sometimes that's how it works, or sometimes it's things we found, like working with different vendor fairs or going to different things. It's just a multitude of ways of getting things. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, you never know when you may need them. And a lot of times we'll come up with a new theme that maybe nobody has even asked for. And so we start building based on that, and then we'll start to promote it that way. So we're always, like, we already have new ideas coming for this year. It's fun. There's some mornings we start early, even though we're not together. But we'll be texting at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I woke up at 3 o'clock, and I have this idea. Or Lisa, she's known to come through the door with a zillion ideas, and
The idea girl.
she is. Yeah.
That is so great. And, it's so nice that they're customizable, because so often, people nowadays, they jump online and they go to Amazon and they're like, oh, I'll get it from here. But then they look at it and it's like there's one or two items in the box that they really like. And then they're sending it with stuff that they know the other person isn't going to like, but it's what's in the box.
So true. And that's where we try to, like, when we kind of take an intake kind of call, we try to make sure that we, ask kind of if we can get as much information, what their favorite color is, what their favorite candy or whatever, just so we have an idea. So if we may not make exactly, but something like it, so that we can curate it to be more tailored for that person. So we say joy in every box. We want everyone to have a smile in every.
Right.
Yeah, when they receive it.
Absolutely. And I wanted to kind of call out, because I was on your website looking at things, and I just love your mission. So I just want to read it for a second. Blossom and Bloom Box was created from a simple belief that thoughtful giving has the power to comfort, celebrate, and connect people no matter the distance. Mm-hmm. And I just love that, because it's that connection, because that's the whole purpose behind giving and giving a box, is because you want to connect with that person. So sometimes, like you said, in terms of sympathy, if somebody they need that little bit of love, or a care package, or any number of things. And I just, your website is sortable by who it is you're shopping for, or by the occasion as well. And it made it very easy to shop and look at the types of things that you're putting together.
Yeah, we started actually from the ground up. Like I said, with Coaching Kids for Success, we started with our families and ourselves, like working with our logo and that kind of thing. And then when it went into Bloom Box, the same thing. We've done everything ourselves. We've created everything from scratch, but we do it so how we would like it to be, how easy it is for us to go. We want to make sure our customers have an easy experience. Yeah. So with everything from start to finish, and it ends with that person getting the box, we want them to be wowed as well. So that's why we put our thought and our care and the love. Sometimes I've been told to shut that box. we have done, that box looks good. Shut that box. Because I just keep looking at that crinkle. I'll just make sure and make sure everything is just right. So when they open it, that it looks like perfection. So
She does. And I have said that 2 times, I think. And the one time I think I hurt her feelings. I'm like, okay, the box is beautiful. I didn't mean anything by it.
Not at all.
Goodness, well, perfectionism, right?
That's
it's a tough curse.
It is.
And then, so in case of inclement weather, what do you guys do then?
So that happens with the snow recently. I've had 2 deliveries. One was yours, and I just wanted to make sure it was protected. And we actually make sure we go the extra mile to make sure the box is protected. And we do wrap it with protective covering just to make sure we deliver it, but we don't want it to ruin the effect of the outside of the box. So we're very creative with that also. Mm-hmm. So we make
customize.
Sure, it's a customized wrap just to make sure that it's covered for the elements. So, yes. Perfect. So, it's been.
And in terms of delivery, because you mentioned about dropping it off, so you, in some cases, will hand deliver and drop it locally.
Yeah, we'll do local deliveries. We can ship, out of state, obviously, but we do offer any local delivery within, 25-mile radius. And so we actually have a lot of those. Works out especially during the holiday time. If the shipping does take longer, we're very capable to just drive, and we've done that even to some of the college campuses, even in the fall.
We hand delivered a couple of them actually from the fall when it was new freshmen at the school, and the
that's
parents
nice.
were like, oh, it's freshman year, their first couple weeks, it's a little iffy, and we actually hand delivered the box. So, yeah, just to make sure they were good and let them know that their parents were thinking of them, and it was fun.
We have a lot of repeat customers, so I think that level of care they respond well to, and that's why they come back again and again, because they know that we'll customize, we'll deliver if they want it delivered sooner than what we can ship it. So just providing extra care.
It's an outstanding experience, and nobody can go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, we make gifting easy, so you don't have to think about it. Once you call us, give us the information, it's done, and you don't have to worry. And it takes a time probably until someone gets to know us, and then now it's like, okay, we've got you. We've got a birthday March 29th. They've got a birthday here. I've got a birthday there, and we're just writing them down. Get the information, and we just let them know a little bit ahead of time. Hey, we've got you. Here we are.
All right. That's wonderful. So for people, how does the lead time work then? For someone's like, I want to, I have a birthday that I want to do one for coming up. How early should they be contacting you guys to make sure that they're able to get that out on time?
I would say, as soon as possible. We have some of the customers will reach out a month in advance and say, I have a 40th birthday. So we can start the planning for that because that's a special birthday, and we always have lots of ideas associated with that. But it's really with shipping, we can ship next day if we had to. Shipping right now, we've had, even out of state, it's only a couple of days. It's actually sooner than sometimes we want it to arrive, around a particular birthday, like the date. But we've, so far, all of our boxes, we've arrived on time, if not sooner, than expected. So hopefully that continues. That's actually the trickiest part when you're trying to do the shipping. We had a lot to learn in that regard. And getting a handle on that. But we really started slow just because we wanted people to be happy. We cared about the quality.
Yeah.
So we didn't just jump in. We did a ton of research and trying to figure out, even with the local UPS and post office, like they all know us. And they're great. They're great support for us. They helped us tremendously through this and the timing of it. So really you could reach out. We've had orders that they've reached out the day before, and we've done it. So
we can do anything.
We pride ourselves on that. We can
Excellent.
usually pull it off.
Sure, the amount of time to put it all together, since some of them are custom done, it's not like they're necessarily just sitting around, like you're creating them.
Customizing.
I've been able to pull something off pretty quick. So
We have.
we can do.
Very
if someone needs
successful.
something.
Right. Well, I think one of the benefits for people to think about is that whole shipping aspect, because when our son went away to college and he's out in Boston, so that first semester we wanted to, Angela wanted to send a care package. So we're getting the stuff together, and she's putting it in the box, she's doing all that, and then taking it to the post office, and it's like, how much is this going to cost to get out there? When is it going to get there? Oh my God, this shipping is costing us more than the stuff that we put in the box, because we don't know the things that you guys know to be able to know where to start.
There's a lot that goes into it, and that's what's so funny. People are always like, oh, I think that's a good idea. We can do it. I'm like,
Trust
okay,
us.
been down that road.
I can't tell you how many times I started putting stuff together, and it's like, well, maybe instead of, Valentine's Day, maybe it's going to be St. Patrick's Day. Like, oh, maybe it'll be. And so just pushed off. And I think it's probably second or third year, it was kind of like, hey, welcome home. Here's the stuff I was going to send you home. So, but I love that, I could reach out to you guys and be like, hey, these are the couple of things I picked out for him. Could you include it in there?
We do that.
Yes, we've had a couple of times like that. And actually, as you know, I work in the community in the local schools, and I've even known to some of the favorites of some of the kids. Aww. And sometimes we'll throw some of those in as well, like, as a surprise. Yeah. So we'll throw that kind of thing in too, and just to make those boxes extra special. But in getting a touch of home, sometimes it is nice to include something personal or a handwritten card from the parents or whoever. So yeah, we're willing to do any of that.
So awesome. And the neat part is I want to call attention to that, Lisa, because I see you popping up everywhere. Like, honest to goodness. And,
I am everywhere.
I was even going to, go for a walk around the track the one time. And I didn't realize there was a basketball game going on. It's like, you're right there. So just how connected you are in the community, how involved you are, especially with kids, good for you. Because that's so amazing that you are such a, core person doing so much for so many.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So I've been in the schools 10 years. I worked in the schools 10 years, and I work actually as a lunch lady and then in the sports department. So along with doing my boxes. So it's given me a good balance. So I have flexibility because I have a mom with dementia. So it gives me good flexibility.
That's nice.
So
but it's, we
and helping in the community. And I love working with the kids and the schools. And
You were our daughter's favorite. It's like
Everyone's
the lunch lady
favorite.
takes good care of you, Mom. It's so cute.
Yeah, and I have 4 daughters who actually went through the schools, and then Michelle's kids, and then that's how we met. We met 17 years ago. Our kids were in preschool at Tot Spot.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yes, and then our
Long
friends
time.
our kids are still friends. Even her son and my daughters are still like, they're like cousins almost. It's like they're like a family affair. So it's really fun. So
Makes a difference. And then when you guys decided how long ago is it that you've been doing the boxes then?
well, our
Really?
coaching started in 2020.
Yeah.
But then the boxes started.
About 2 years into that, we really started with the idea of subscription boxes because the parents wanted the curriculum in a box to go. So that's really where it started. And then we called it Happiness in a Box. And then it had lots of like journaling activities for kids, just like mindful, confidence boosting type activities. And then it sort of took a spin with all of our supporters, family, friends requesting everything else but the subscription box. And so we were like, okay, we have to pause that. And so that's really our goal coming into like this year. We really do want to circle back to subscription boxes.
It seems like a great idea.
That is a wonderful idea.
Just because, to your point, it's done. You sign up. It can be quarterly. It just makes it easy. You don't have to think about it. It's just like autopilot, and we handle the subscription, and we ship and take care of it all, and it shows up, and everyone's happy and
Especially for summer
joyful.
vacation, that type
Yes.
of thing, like our breaks, any holiday break, at least parents will have
great
activities.
idea.
And again, that formed from our coaching workshops we used to do. A lot of the kids would like our activities and take them home. That's where the parents requested us, can you put that in a box? We can take it with us, that kind of thing. So that's how it all evolved.
Right.
It just sort of
So-
transformed from there.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
but so wonderful to be involved in that, about the motivational and the inspirational, and just kids need that.
They do.
Especially when they're not in the schools, and you never know what's going on in somebody's life, right? And just having that show up, and that positivity, and that touch in a different way is wonderful.
Well, and it's funny because it evolved even with adults. Like smiling is contagious, right? So, like,
Right.
and I always tell the kids, even in lunchroom, what's one positive thing you can do today to make the Scranton a better place or the school a better place? And that's exactly it, a smile. And that's kind of like with our boxes. It's a carry on with, making people feel good, child or adult.
Yeah, we sprinkle that into like our sympathy boxes, some of our college boxes. We'll put in our positive, whatever it is, whether it's a card or something. Just, you never know. Like they might just need that day. So we do sprinkle that in.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of those commercials. They don't really have those going on around anymore. Remember where one person does something nice, and so then they end up doing something nice for someone else, and it really carries on.
That's
does.
exactly. That's kind of what. Yes, that's what I'm about, anyways. And so is Michelle.
Good way to be. The world needs a lot of positivity. I feel like
That's funny. It's funny. One of the other things, and I don't know if you were aware, we were a part of, which was fun, is we did. Have you ever heard of, I don't know if you heard of the Jays Juniors with WNIC.
Oh,
Yes.
We were very excited to be.
That was special.
It was funny. One night I was talking to Michelle one day, and I just said, hey, you know what I think we really should do? And she was like, what? And I said, we really should try to be a part with kids, and it's called Jays Juniors, blah, blah, blah. And so I ended up reaching out, and we were able to be a part of it. We were lucky enough to be a part of it, and we were able to curate a box just for the children, which was really
Wonderful.
fun.
Disney themed.
So,
Right.
yeah, it was Disney
It
themed.
was so special. We love that box. We still love that box.
No, I get excited about. I love the Christmas music when they turn over to that every year.
Oh, yeah.
But when they talk to the parents about each of the kids, and being able to set that up and have everyone go down to Disney and just take that load off of it and everything. But for you guys to be able to do the boxes for them, that's just amazing. That's such a wonderful, must have been a great experience.
It was
I know.
amazing. It was amazing.
We'll get teary-eyed.
Yes.
Yeah. We had met the families ahead of all of that, like when they were first brought in and told they were going, and just several meet and greet type things. They were so amazing.
Yeah,
The
they were
kids are
amazing to work
amazing.
with. Yeah.
The crew there are amazing at the radio station. So it was very meaningful. We were so happy to be able to do that with them last year.
Yeah, it was real neat. So those are the kind of things like that we like to be a part of as well, just to give back to.
Yeah.
Just because it's just so meaningful and fun, and
Making a difference.
it
Right?
is.
Yeah,
Truly.
it was.
Yep, that's exactly.
Yeah.
So
We keep circling back to that.
Yeah.
That's sort of
Well,
our,
at your core, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we always say that we never want the business to be so big that we're not involved at the level that we're involved with it, because you lose that. Like we've had so many, I think, friends and family, they're like, we can come and help, but we just won't let that part go. We can't. It's who we are. So it would be hard to do that. Our core family, immediate family, if we need help,
Yeah.
that works.
Gives me like visions of I don't know if you guys ever saw that Big Bang Theory episode where the penny blossoms or something, So, but, I'm sure it becomes a whole life unto itself, but,
We know this.
something so great that you create, and that you're hands-on and connected. And right here, local in our community, because we just love supporting local, and I love that you, integrate local products as well. And
Yeah.
That's important to us because, we both lived here, with our kids, our families have grown up. So, and over the years, just with everything we've been involved in with the schools and businesses, they always give back. They always have.
they do.
No matter what. They're so supportive. And so I think that's just part of who we are. We feel like we need to do the same. And if everyone does that, that's how our community stays the way that it is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and one of the things we've learned from doing this podcast and talking to so many local businesses is the amount of giving that most people don't know that these businesses are doing. How much support they have for each other in these downtowns, and just that spirit of community.
It's true.
So that's definitely why we support and stay local too. Same thing, because they do give a lot. People don't realize.
And you're right. They don't, unless you have children or, other family members that are out talking to businesses, you wouldn't know, right, that they're giving all the time. It's just one thing, one event.
Right.
It's really nonstop, and it's so incredible that they are able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we really try to recognize and feature as many small businesses as we can.
So nice you do
it
that.
is.
Because they are doing so much, and just to have that recognition. And
It's nice you do that. Yes.
began for us because as realtors, we had a lot of people move into our community, and they'd ask us, well, where do I go for this? Or what about that? And now instead of saying, oh, here's a name and number, here's an interview with that person. But then as it began with that, it turned into these small businesses that we know and we love and we want to support. They don't have big advertising budgets. They are mom and pops. They are the people doing it. And to give them a voice. And I think that's what it was. One of our first episodes was a chef that came into your home to cook a restaurant level meal for you at a time when the restaurants were shut down. And the craziest thing happened because after our interview, his phone started ringing and he got business. And to be able to do that for somebody that is smaller, that it was a great idea, but nobody knew about it.
So
And,
true. That's such a nice thing to do. It's so nice because then credibility comes from, referrals, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's our biggest business, as you know, probably even with you guys, is
Absolutely,
referrals.
yes.
And if you give good service and you provide what they're looking for, they're going to share about you.
I feel
Right.
like it's all word of mouth.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, and it's not just Brighton, it's Livingston County, right? It's
Exactly.
like even
Everywhere.
Howell,
Yeah.
it's really, I feel like we're all one big community.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is all word of mouth, and sometimes that's all you have. It's
Yeah.
Right.
just, the people that you meet and then who they meet. And
Right.
Because people want to support you and support these
Yes.
small businesses, but they don't even know that they're there.
That's
Yes.
true.
Right.
And so at least giving a voice to some of those that aren't heard or recognized as much.
Right.
Yes.
Well, it's really nice you guys do that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. We
Very
appreciate
nice.
it,
Right.
being a small business.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure with you guys that your business grows through, someone gets this box and they're like, oh my God, that was amazing. And then they have an event coming up and they're like, wait a minute.
That's true. It's exactly what happens. We have, those are our repeat customers. Like we do gifting for every gift they need now because they know we can customize. So it could be like we have one customer, for instance, like during the holidays, it was like a corporate box. Then it went to, well, we want now my manager, I need one for her. Now, okay, my grandkids are out of state in Mississippi, and now we want a family box, but it has to be Valentine's Day with Disney. Like, so it's just, and it's totally okay. We can do that. And Lisa's amazing at sourcing stuff like that, that sort of customization. But it's great because we get to know the customer and we know what they're looking for, what their expectations are, and it actually makes our job easy, for the next gift box they need.
Makes it fun.
It does.
Yeah.
We have so much fun.
I get excited just to hear how their reaction was when they got it too, right? Because it's like they're getting something that we created, right? And it's like exciting to hear their excitement, to know that they're happy, right? Because you always, when you give a gift, you're always like, oh, I hope they like it. But we just try so hard and we want to make sure it's so perfect that it's so fun to see that reaction too.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have even captured like little memories. We'll send a video every now and then,
do.
or like a picture.
Wow,
and
yeah.
the smiles. It's just fun to see.
So much
So
fun. And you said that you guys brought this in for us.
did.
today.
We
We
a
did
little
as a
treat.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, here we
Just
kind
a little.
of put it up for the background, and
Yeah.
but maybe we should.
Yeah,
should,
go ahead and
we
open
could,
it.
like,
Just a
Yeah.
little treat.
Yeah. So on
Yes.
air, we can kind of pierce.
Your daughter would be so proud of you. You can do an unboxing.
I wish I could have put her favorite food in there, but unfortunately it wouldn't have stayed nice, so I couldn't.
It might not have
Should
lasted.
have done a delivery.
It was very sweet and thoughtful, and that's why I thought, well, this would be kind of fun to do on air. We haven't really done that before.
Oh, fun.
So-
We were so sweet to send that box last week, so we
thanks.
thought, well, we need to bring you something.
Perfect. It's wonderful. Well, so for our listeners, it's a really nice, heavy cardboardish box here. It was very easy to open. She had a ribbon over it that I was able to slip off, and there's a little Love Michigan sticker there. And oh my goodness! And look at all these great
look at all the
treats.
great treats.
And a nice
Michigan
handwritten
box.
note. And
Yeah,
All
this
your
is
little
our
treats
Michigan
I
for
love
box.
that.
box.
Yeah,
All kinds of goodies.
Cute. So, and there's just a little coaster with Michigan and cherries and lighthouses, and then of course Better Made chips and Saunders candies, and there's so much in here that's just all tasty, and there's the little, kind of the
Little crinkle.
crinkle paper, and
Crinkle.
but it's like it's tucked in so like
And I
neatly and
think,
perfectly.
I think
that you
the
match it, like-
presentation is so nice because, again, when we make these gifts ourselves, the presentation just isn't there. You like try your best, and then you're like, just get it closed.
Okay, so I won't lie. I have had a few of those moments where I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do here? I have this box, but it works out. It always
Because we know that's what we want in the box, so we have to figure it out.
And
Right.
I noticed this. Do you put these in all of yours with the little heart?
We usually do inquire some type of heart because usually, we have a little saying about hugs, so it depends on the type. We have heart coasters and hearts, all variations heart, but just that love, to show the love.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, it's our Michigan box, but it's just nice to throw something in that's soft and meaningful.
Yeah, it's cute.
And people
It's a sweet
people
little-
people love the Michigan theme boxes too. We have so many great products and everything, and it's especially if you're sending a care package to someone out of state that's no longer in Michigan but is from here.
We've had a lot, actually, family members myself who live out of state, and actually we're doing a Valentine box for them coming up here in the near future. So, and it'll be just a little bit of love from Michigan, and it's just that little, and all of our boxes are just a little bit of love from whoever or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's neat.
It makes a big difference. And, as you think about it, sometimes it's not, everybody gets caught up on Christmas gifts, or a birthday, but it's the just because gifts, right? Something that says, I'm thinking about you. And I think that makes a big difference, especially when someone is states away.
That's exactly.
We have a lot of the thinking of you, just because, sympathy for various reasons. It can be for a child, it can be for a parent. But yeah, we do a lot of it's really just because, and it doesn't have to be a holiday, and it's
Right.
beyond a birthday sometimes even.
Yeah.
Where a family member wants to send a special thing to their grandchild, or,
Right.
or for various reasons.
The other thing too, price point, is we always want to make sure somebody can gift something, right? Because a lot of times people are on budgets or whatever reason, and we never would ever turn anyone, like we'll create something for any budget. You know what I mean? Because we just want to make sure everyone can gift, and you don't have to have a lot to really send something that means something. So that's a really big thing too.
Right.
People automatically think dollar amount. The more you send, the more it'll mean sometimes.
Yeah.
And we have
sometimes
various sizes too, so
kinda
we're
neat.
able to do small, we're able to do large, and if you call and text, we can modify. And we did that a lot last year, actually, for hostess gifts, like through Thanksgiving time.
Oh, nice.
Someone may just want something simple. They didn't know, to your point, like how to make the box, the presentation, look a certain way. So we did those for them. So that was really nice. And so we have a whole various, like we have many boxes, white boxes, pink boxes. Like you can only imagine.
Yeah.
Right. That is so.
Honest to goodness, because you're the professionals, right? So basically, for anyone out there that has a need, that, if there's just somebody that you want to do something thoughtful for, you guys are able to kind of shepherd through the process to help them figure out what is going to be the right fit for.
Yes.
And I love the idea that, you have things in like the tight budget type thing, because I think people forget about how powerful and impactful it is to get something in the mail, to get a package. With your grandkids, you're able to do FaceTime and you can send an email and all of that. But wow, hey, there's a package for you.
Even for an older parent.
Older
Or
parent, yeah.
grandparent, in terms of just I love you and I'm thinking of you.
Exactly.
That's just so powerful.
We've even gone as far even to include some old photos in a box.
Wow.
And we've taken the time to
Collages.
make collages for the people. I'm just like, just send me your pictures. I'll take care of it. So they'll send me a couple pictures and I'll create a collage or something like that, just to be able to send even for more personalization. And that picture speaks more than anything, right?
Yes, because everyone loves pictures.
Yes.
So it's fun.
Makes
Wonderful.
a difference. And it's wonderful. And I could see how the creativity would just get started, because there's so many different uses or reasons that you guys could be a great resource.
Yeah, we're even looking, we are going to be going into like some of the wedding type things too. We've done wedding boxes like for the, engagement cup, new engagements, that type of thing, but even showers. Like, some people just don't even know what to give for like a little shower favor. And
Right.
we just
New
have
moms,
yeah,
we
new
had a
moms.
request for a new mom.
Or just any occasion. Like we just want to help people make gifting easy for them, but yet make it, exciting for the person receiving it, take the stress out, right, of giving the gift.
Right. And you guys have great ideas on your website. It's a great website in
Thank you
terms
for
of
that.
just like having like very visually stimulating to be able to look at the different things. And you guys do good on Facebook as well. I'll say beforehand, congratulations for, getting out videos and that, which is really good.
Oh, we have a good time.
Yeah, those videos of me are quite entertaining sometimes.
And it's funny, our family, they're like, you need to do more because people can relate to you. And they sort of see your personality, it's more like behind the scenes, like what really happens, like our mini trips to UPS in a day and it's freezing cold. I'm like, okay, we're going again. But you have to, again, to your point with the shipping, it matters. Like you have to get, the gift boxes to where they need to be so they can make it on time. So that's why we frequent
It
those
also
places.
shows credibility too. I think they get to learn who we really truly are, and they see that we're sincere, we're passionate about it, and I think that's really important with social media, because when you're an online business, especially a small gifting business, if you don't know who the person is, like you have to gain that,
That trust.
if you want to have,
Right.
so anyone can go on and order something, right? But then you're like, is it going to get there? What's it going to be like? And if they see who we are and what we're doing, I think it helps us with credibility and gaining trust too.
Yeah,
So
it
I think
does.
it's important. So we're
Well,
learning.
and we reach out even on the website. So if someone's not, we have some customers that only will reach out through text or email. they may not be comfortable with using the website. And so we do have orders that we take, probably at least one a week that's like that. And we're like, it's totally okay. You don't want to use the website. You're not sure what to do. We'll just talk you through it. Give us the address. But like if you have, like we have customers that just solely use the website if they're out of state, and they may forget, like there's a personalization tab that you can enter 500 words in there, what you want, and they'll miss that or they won't put the information in. And we take the time to email them and say, hey, you didn't include anything. Do you want something special? What do you want on your special card? They're so appreciative. And I think that's something that we pride ourselves on. We take the extra step to reach out to our customers and say, we provide the next level service. What do you want in this gift box? And it's appreciated.
Win-win for everybody.
It
right?
is. It is.
Yes,
That's
it really
That's
is.
what it's about. Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to have the information in the show notes, especially for anybody out there driving. But at least for those listening, how can people find out more information about you? Like, what's the website? What's the Facebook?
So it's just blossomandbloombox.com is the website. So you can go there. The easiest way, if you have something that's special, you don't see it on the website, is to reach out to Lisa. Her number, is that okay to provide?
Yep.
Yeah,
sure.
So go ahead.
It's 810-986-9600.
Yeah, and we have an email, which is just blossomandbloomgiftboxes@gmail.com.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you ladies joining us today and talking all about your business and these wonderful things that you're doing.
We
Thank
really
you so
appreciate you
much.
having us on.
Oh,
Please,
thank you so much. So yeah, make sure to check them out online. Go to their Facebook as well. They have great fun videos there and everything. So just check out their site and figure out who you want to get a package for and try them out because it's wonderful.
Yes, it was great value, and we were so glad that we were able to do it. And I think we're going to have to do that for a lot more of our clients now.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for listening. And welcome to Livingston.